Welcome to a new studio vlog. So I think in this studio vlog I really want to kind of get organized and also maybe think about goals for next year. I think it's just because we're now somehow near the end of November, so yeah, new year is coming around the corner, but also because I've just finished a really long project. So if you don't know, I have just released my first picture book, which, ta-da, is here. But yes, I think now that I've actually finished that project, I'm kind of thinking like, oh, what shall I do next? So I kind of want to plan what to do with my like art stuff. I want to make some plans for Hattie's Haunted Hotel, which is a picture book idea that I've had for a while. And I also want to decide what to do with my Etsy shop. I need to pack orders, so I'm going to pack orders in a moment. And I do actually have some other footage of packing orders that I filmed earlier this week. So I think I'll just put them together. You can have a nice little montage. Okay, the camera is probably shaking enough because my arm's getting tired. So that's enough for an intro. I hope you enjoy the vlog, and I'm gonna get packing orders. Okay, packages posted. Got a nice cup of tea. It is so dark now already. I don't know why I'm always surprised. Every winter and every spring I'm always like, it's getting darker, it's getting lighter. What is happening? Right, anyway, yeah, I thought I'd just have a little chat about goals and things for next year. So yeah, we are moving, still don't have a date, but it's going to be next year, like January or February sometime. So I don't think I'm going to be doing a shop update until after we move. Let's see, March, April. So yeah, maybe I'll do a shop update in April, maybe it'll be later, maybe May sometime. I have an Etsy shop and a Folksy shop as well, and I pretty much sell the same things on both shops, but I just wanted to test out Folksy. And if you don't know, Folksy is pretty much the same as Etsy. The fees are a little bit cheaper over on Folksy, so I do offer some of my pins a little bit cheaper over there if you do want to go and grab yourself a bargain. It's linked in the description. Usually on my shop I sell quite small items like pins and stickers, and I've done zines, Christmas cards. Oh, and I also do prints as well. Yeah, I would quite like to think about other types of products that I could try. Yeah, so I need to kind of have a think about what type of products I'd be interested in, but also kind of think about whether or not these items are easy to post or not. A couple of times I've thought it would be fun to do mugs, but it's usually really expensive to post mugs. I have done prints on demand mugs before, but yeah, usually the postage to do the mug is like more expensive than the cost of the mug, so I'm not sure about that one. But I would like to do more kind of like homeware sort of gifts and things like that. I've done like pillows before. Maybe I could just look into doing like pillow covers or cushion covers. That might be like easier to post, or something else with fabric on might be kind of cool, like maybe tea towels or something. Yes, we'll have a think. I would actually really like to get into designing puzzles. I think that would be really cute. So I might have a look into like if there's any local companies I can make puzzles with. And I also want to design some more greeting cards as well. So yeah, I'm not going to be designing any of these things in this video. I'm just kind of like talking through ideas. Yeah, maybe these will be things that I design in upcoming videos. Part of me would also like to look into doing licensing my artwork on products that another company would sell. I did actually do this with a sticker company before, so they paid me for the sticker artwork, and then they sold the stickers, but then they also gave me like a royalty of the sales as well. So that was quite a nice deal. Unfortunately, that company isn't running anymore, but I would like to look into other companies that do kind of similar things. But yes, I don't know if I'll be looking, maybe I might sort of start kind of researching things and start coming up with some designs that would be good for licensing. But I don't know if I will apply sort of for any of these things until after we move. I guess we'll kind of see how stressful and frantic and how chaotic the moving situation goes. One of the things I also need to get started on is decluttering and packing and stuff, which I've just been putting off and off and off. Anyway, what else do I want to do? So, oh, my computer screen just turned off. My computer's actually a really good light. Look at that. Ta-da! Who needs studio lights? I'll just use the light from my monitor. Oh yes, so I want to go back to Hattie's Haunted Hotel, which is a picture book that I started work on, I think it was about this time last year, because I was doing a picture book like online course. It took me a while to get feedback from that course, and I had to like really chase them for the feedback. And then I decided that I was going to go back to Mother Seagull and the Ocean King, and also we were house hunting and doing lots of other stuff. So I'd really like to go back to doing that picture book. But yes, I will link to the video if you want to watch. But yeah, I made a video actually in January when I was saying how I was going to be working on this project, and I had intended to like update you a lot more regularly than that. That is something we will be going back to. But yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is make a list of everything that I want to improve on and work on. I'd like to improve my writing because I've already written the manuscript, but I'm not a writer, so I feel like that needs a lot of work. I'm happy with my character design, but I want to sort of work out a lot of things to do with the artwork. So I'd like to work out what medium I'm going to do it in. Like, am I going to do it digital or traditional? Am I going to do colour pencils? Part of me was thinking about doing tracing paper, which might be fun, or to do like some kind of collage stuff, although collage is very messy. Part of me also thinks doing something with chalk would be fun. I think chalk would be very like atmospheric, and it might get that kind of like ghostly kind of glow to the ghosts. Yeah, so I need to decide what medium. I'd also like to work on like the settings more. I did, you know, design a little bit of like the outside of the hotel and some of the other rooms and stuff, but I kind of feel like I want to work on that a little bit more. And then I need to decide, am I going to try and traditionally publish? If so, I'd need to like pitch the story, or am I going to do self-publishing again? And yeah, so there's a lot of things to figure out with that. I don't know if I'm going to finish that book next year. I kind of don't want to make any promises, but I definitely want to actually work on the book next year and like just make some progress with that. I would also like to read more. Reading is something that I do really enjoy, but I'm not always very good at keeping up a reading habit. A lot of times I get more excited about the beginning of a story or even the blurb, and then I don't get very far into the book, and then I might start reading something else, or I'll just decide I want to like listen to music or watch YouTube or something instead. I have just started reading The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I've only read one chapter so far, but yes, enjoying that one so far. I will let you know how that's going. Maybe if I actually tell you more what I'm reading, that might kind of help keep me accountable. I am listening to The No Show, and I'm quite far through it now. Oh, I've only got 3 hours 47 minutes left. Wow, you cannot see that at all. There's just a white. There we go. This is another Beth O'Leary book. All the Beth O'Leary books I've listened to have been like audiobooks, but the audiobooks are really good, and I'm pretty sure that all the ones I've listened to have had more than one narrator. So I've listened to The Flat Share. Yeah, that one's really fun. They share a flat and also a bed, but they do like, one does a night shift, one does a day shift, so they're never in the house at the same time. Then there was The Switch, which I think that one was my favourite. That was about a grandmother and a granddaughter both kind of having a bit of a hard time, and so they decide they're gonna swap lives. Yeah, so that was dual narration as well. And then this one is about 3 different women who are all seeing the same guy, but they don't realise it. Yeah, so then that one's got 3 different narrators. Having good narration really helps. But yeah, those are some of my goals anyway. So recap of my goals: I want to do a shop update around April time and create some new products. Not sure, like I said, what those products will be yet. Goal number 2, I also want to look into doing some art licensing. Goal number 3 is make some progress with Hattie. Goal number 4, read more. And I think those are all the goals. Yeah, let me know if you set goals, and also, do you wait till like January to do goals? Do you like to set goals like all throughout the year? And also, are you the sort of person who sets millions of goals and then regrets it? Because I think we've probably all been there. Good morning, everyone. I don't know if you can tell, but it is raining again. I have got 2 blankets, a hot water bottle that I need to heat up again because this has gone a bit cold. This is one of those things that you like put in the microwave. And I have just been learning how to create patterns, Procreate brushes, and it's really, really fun. Let me show you the one that I have made already. Maybe I'll just angle you down a second. Hang on. This is one that I'm making at the moment, and I've just done the bit where you like flip everything. So now I need to kind of fill in this weird empty cross shape. So I'm going to do that in a minute, but let me show you the one that I've made. Also, this is, let me show you the right way up. This is an illustration that I'm working on. So I thought, since I've been kind of getting back into reading at the moment, I do like a kind of bookstore illustration. I really love adding like little details and patterns to my illustrations, but I wanted to kind of find an easier way of doing that. So let me just show you like the pattern that I've created already, or the pattern brush I've created. So there's this dots one. How big is this? Oh, that's quite big. It's so cute. And I just think this would be really, really useful to like, yeah, just add lots of different patterns to things. But yeah, this is actually really, really fun. So now I just want to make loads and loads of patterns, and I'm going to link to the tutorial that I watched. So basically what you need to do is, first you need to create a repeating pattern, and then you need to do the steps to like turn that into a brush. So there's 2 different tutorials. So yeah, I'll leave that in the description box. So I'm working on another one, like a sort of floral patterned one. You have to make them in black and white. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to this one, fill this in. So yeah, let's work on this and see what this turns out as a pattern. Oh, I've got the wrong, hang on. Right, that brush, that's like Inception, a pattern within a pattern. Yeah, this might not be the perfect pattern, but we're just kind of experimenting and we're gonna see. So copy, and then add a new brush, green, edit, import, paste. Done. Should I just call this floral 2? There we go. Done. Right, okay, let's test it out. Whee! Oh, I've made the pattern very small, so you can you see that? I am actually working at quite a big canvas size. Oh, I need to change. I thought I changed that already. Oh no, it is okay. Okay. Yeah, I might make the pattern a bit bigger. Let's make it 40 maybe. Yeah, I'm having so much fun creating these patterns. Yeah, something that I've noticed that I've been kind of feeling for a while is I worry that I take too long to create illustrations. When I edited the video about making the picture book, I put together loads of like old clips, and in one of the clips I was saying how I think I take too long to make illustrations, and it reminded me about how, even though I do love traditional mediums, something that is a problem, wow, the rain is so loud right now, something that I find a problem for me is it takes me a long time to draw with traditional mediums. Then you need to scan it in and adjust everything, like the contrast, brightness, everything, and then like tidy everything up. And yeah, the whole thing does take a really, really long time. So I want to prove that I can illustrate quickly so that I'm more likely to get hired to do like commissions and things like that, and also hopefully do some like licensing stuff as well, which is something that I mentioned, I think, in the last clip. Something that I'd really love to do is have my work on like puzzles and things, and I've been writing down lots of different companies that do like licensing on greeting cards and puzzles and other sort of homeware stuff like that. But yeah, so I think drawing on the iPad is really going to help with that, because I can draw things quicker. And yeah, I've just been sort of thinking about ways that I can kind of work smarter, not harder, and I think creating my own brushes is definitely going to help me work quicker, but also it's going to allow me to add like lots of bits of like detail and pattern to my work, which is something that I really enjoy, but without me having to painstakingly like draw loads of tiny little flowers and things like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I mean, I still feel like the illustrations are going to take me a long time anyway, and hopefully later in this video I'll show you how this book illustration is getting on. So it is a bit later now, nearly dinner time I think, and I'm cold, so I'm wearing my dressing gown, which is a bit grubby, probably needs a wash. Anyway, I have not actually got any further with the illustration, but I have been having lots of fun making brushes. I haven't spent the whole day doing this. I did also pack orders, and also I had to like phone solicitors and do house things, because something I have learned that even if you have found a house, everything still takes ages, and there's always just lots of other things to do. Anyway, let me show you the brushes that I have made. Also, I found another tutorial which I will also link, because there's a different way of doing them. So you can either do kind of like a pattern brush, or you can do kind of like a stamp brush. It kind of depends what sort of effect you're going for, but I've just made a kind of stamp leaf brush, and I think this is going to be so cute. I should probably show you this tomorrow when the lighting's better. Okay, we'll give you a quick demonstration, and then I think we'll just show you tomorrow when the lighting's better. But just whilst I'm excited, look. Ooh, so pretty. This is actually quite a large canvas size, but yeah, so you can see like the texture of the leaves and stuff. And I just think this will be so useful. And also I love how it slightly rotates it, so there's like a setting but yeah, I'll leave the link to the tutorial, because that shows you how to do it, not specifically how to make a leaf one, but like how to make a stamp brush in Procreate. So yeah, under the settings you can just like rotate it, and I think this will be so cool. And you can just change the colours. And I just think this will be so useful. I think I'm going to make a couple more leaf brushes so I can have like a few different shapes and stuff as well. But I think this is going to be so handy, and I'm very, very excited. And I'll show you the rest tomorrow in better lighting.
Hunting alone.
had to get rid of the plants. Well, I didn't get rid of it, I just moved it downstairs. But this drawer is actually missing a wheel. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little bit wonky and I was just worried that it was gonna fall off. So, I don't know, I'm gonna have to try and fix this because I quite like having a plant here. We can put you this way around and then we can have a plant in the background here. Anyway, let me show you where we're up to. I had to change the colour of this lady's outfit just because I decided that I wanted like a dark colour behind all these books, and then I'd done like a sort of dark navy skirt and then that would have just been lost. So I'm pleased with how it's going, but as you can see, I'm doing a lot of detail. I still need to do like all the floor. I was planning on having like lots of rugs. I then need to go back and do like some more like shading and some other details. We've still got a lot to do. I'm gonna try and actually finish this today though. So yeah, I mentioned how I'd learned how to make different Procreate brushes. So most of this illustration I have just drawn using brushes, using like pencil sort of brushes, not like the stamp ones. But then the tree, these leaves, that was a brush that I made. Did it save me much time? Probably not. But maybe I could kind of add more brushes. I really need a cup of tea. I'm sorry if I sound like a croaky toad right now. I will go make myself a cup of tea and stop croaking at you. I can't even remember the end of my sentence. I think I was rambling anyway. Maybe I was saying something profound, probably not. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea and hopefully finish this illustration today. Oh wait, before I make a cup of tea, let's not get distracted. I was gonna show you the other brushes that I made. So I've put all the brushes in different folders, which is something I didn't know that you could do. So I've done lots of patterned ones. I've done this diamond one, and I thought these would be good for kind of like fabrics and other things like that. The thing with the pattern brushes is if you like try and change the brush size, it doesn't actually change the pattern size, it just changes how quickly you fill it in, if that makes sense. Like it changes, so it changes the size of the brushes you're drawing, but not the size of the pattern. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but you can actually, you can go back in, and if you edit it from here under grain, and then you can change like the scale here, and that changes the size. Let me just show you a couple of the different patterns that I made. Done some flowers. But yeah, so I was thinking these ones for like fabric. I do think this one might look kind of cool as like rain or something. So yeah, these are like repeat pattern brushes. I've made a couple of star brushes. So these ones are kind of more like stamps. And these ones, if you change your brush size, they actually do, it does change the size of them. So these ones were made a slightly different way. So yeah, I've done a couple of different star shapes. And I've done some daisies. Shall we have a different colour? This one is all the same brush, but it sort of like rotates, which is quite useful. So I think these ones I'd use more for like actual flowers, whereas this one I'd use more for like fabric and stuff. Yeah, part of the reason why this illustration has taken so long is just because I was spending a long time making these pattern brushes. But anyway, I had fun. Anyway, right, I said I needed a cup of tea. Right, I'm gonna do that.
But you don't seem to forget about yourself. Wondering how it could go so wrong, but you didn't call for grave.
Okay, I have pretty much finished. I'm gonna do a few sort of final touches. I also need to add some fairy lights. I'm gonna do that in a minute. But now I'm just doing something that probably hardly anyone's gonna notice. But I'm actually just neatening up the books. So these ones I've done already, and I've just gone around with a different pencil, like, you know, digital pencil. These ones I haven't gone around, so you can see they're a bit, like the shape's a bit more kind of fuzzy, whereas these ones are a bit neater. So that is what I'm doing. I do think it might be worth me making a book sort of stamp brush. I could see me using that quite a lot, because so far in this illustration, the only brushes I used a stamp brush for the leaves. I did one for her skirt, so that was like a pattern brush that I made. I did one on the lamp, and also the rugs as well. So this pattern here on the rug and that one there as well. But yes, I do think I want to make more brushes. Obviously I'm not going to, you know, everything is not going to be a brush, but I just think even though it takes a little while to make them, I think in the end it's just going to be so useful, because like, for example, now I'm just going around neatening up these books, whereas if I'd made a brush that was how I wanted the books to look like originally, then I could just kind of stamp it and just go boom, 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 boom. And as you know, I take a long time on, sorry, I'm shaking the camera because I'm laughing. I take a long time on my illustrations because I like to have lots of detail and stuff in them, and I'm trying to do more kind of like scenes and stuff as well. Okay, so I have I have drawn around all of these tiny books and ready for something satisfying. Let me show you the before and the after. So I've done it on another layer, so can you see this? So that's the before and then that's the after. Maybe I'll zoom in. Okay, ready? Before, after. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to make these stars glowy. Screen sort of makes them a bit see-through. Do we like that? Is that a bit too much? Maybe I could do kind of like a, hang on. Let's try something else. Let's try, okay, I'm gonna try and just do a kind of glowy thing around it, and then, which looks like a bit of a mess at the moment, but hopefully if we change the blending, we got screen, color dodge. To be honest, that still looks like a mess. Add overlay. Oh, overlay looks quite nice actually. Should we stick with overlay, or we could do that but then just bring it down a bit, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I don't always use the blend in modes on Procreate. I used to do it more like on Photoshop and stuff. I think that creates quite a nice effect. And I think I might do similar thing with the lights. Okay, I think I'm finished. I'm gonna say I'm finished, otherwise I'm just gonna keep adding more and more things. But yeah, there's the glow, and I also added a little bit of shading as well on the floor. But yeah, I really love how like the glow kind of finishes off the illustration. I think it makes it look nice and warm and cozy. But yeah, let me know what you think of this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say it's done. And yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this vlog. Let's have a chat in the comments below. Let me know what your reading suggestions, recommendations are as well. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I hope you've had a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye. No. Okay. Crouching. Is that better? sorry, I'm holding the camera. I'm probably shaking it loads. What else? Oh my god, my arm. I will link to the video. I need a lot more tea for this. Hang on. But yeah, one of my goals is to, oh no, the battery's flashing at me. I don't have time for this. Prove that I can create, yeah, and actually, oh, my computer monitor turned off. It's my studio light. But it, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I really need to charge this battery. I've been expecting it to like cut me off mid-sentence for a while because it keeps flashing at me. I'm so surprised this battery is still hanging in there. I don't know if are you lying to me, battery? It's been flashing at me for ages saying that it needs charging, but do I believe that? I'm not sure.
Thank you for coming. I know that you're trying to do anything to make me smile.